Do you have someone in your life who challenges you, who encourages you, and who comforts you? Now, kind of under comfort, I'd be like, accepts you, loves you, is affectionate with you, like that they love you. I was thinking about this because I'd come across this. It's in 1 Corinthians 14:3, speaking to men for their upbuilding, encouragement, and consolation. Sometimes I can be just so nice to people, like even people who are really good friends, but I can be afraid to say, could I, they've said something to me and I'm like, I'm concerned. Is there a space in my love for them? Do I love them enough to be able to say, hey, are you open to pushback on that one a little bit? Just about knock that idea back and forth a little bit. Now, I always try to be attentive to not trying to fix people. So that's definitely something to be avoided in this. But I also, I want people to challenge me, like people who see who I could be in God. Like, oh my gosh, they see greatness in you, they see potential in you, and then they're not just going to go, I'm just going to leave him. I'm just going to nice him into a lesser version of himself. It's like, no, someone who will actually say, hey, I really think you could do better in that one. Like, you're really, really gifted. Someone who will challenge me. I think good friends challenge each other. It's not just the push of like, come on, Ned. Come on now. Both of these come from the same place. Encouragement for me is like seeing the potential in somebody and what's already happening. Say, hey, by the way, that was amazing. Or I just love being your friend. Or I find it so easy to be around you. Those kind of words. And we don't have to express them with words. We can also express them by just being around people. Like that is a word, right? Or some people, it's, gift giving. You've probably heard of the 5 love languages. There's lots of different ways that we can communicate these forms of affection. But to encourage somebody, I love doing this. I used to direct a choir at one point, and I loved it because it kind of put me in a position. Once I could get over my sense of like, I can't do this, was able to get the guys like, okay, can you sing that line? And I maybe say, oh yeah, no, that's good. And there's lots of things you could say negative about it, but you say, okay, that was really good. You hear what you did there? Yeah. Can you just get a bit more of that? Try it again. Okay, yeah, you're getting there. Just constantly kind of building people up and pouring into them. You see, you get to do that individually. You also, in that context, I got to honor somebody in front of everybody. So then in front of everybody, they're being told that, yeah, that was a great job. And that just does so much for somebody. Now, we can always react badly to encouragement. We can always get a big head, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't encourage. Do I have somebody in my life who actually sees me for who I am, sees goodness in me, sees not only my gifts and talents, but also just me, and communicates to me, whether through words or through other ways, that I am good and that I am good at things and that I have talents and gifts and I'm worthwhile? Do you have someone like that in your life? And the last one then, comforting. Do I have people who I feel loved by? That can be communicated by the first two, right? By people who are encouraging in the other one. But sometimes, just comforting. Sometimes I don't need advice. I don't need encouragement. For example, just want to share with you. I just want to say, here's what's going on. Yeah, I had a tough day. So somebody who'll just listen, somebody who can actually empathize. Do you have someone like that in your life? Somebody who, when you do share something, they don't just rush on and say, oh, wow, yeah, and here's stuff about me. They're actually able to go, wow, yeah, I hear you. And then they can maybe dig in. It's like, what was that like? I have some friends, they're just amazing at it. And they're open, and appropriate expression of affection was like, wow. And it really encouraged me. I was like, oh, I guess I could do the same thing, and it may not be weird. I have this fear sometimes, you can't say you love somebody, or you can't say I really enjoy being with you. I really appreciate your friendship. Those are powerful statements, powerful words and expressions of love, and can do the world of good to somebody. So there's a question now. Do I have someone in my life who's those 3 things? Challenging, encouraging, and comforting. Maybe I should have reversed those. Challenge really should go at the end, right? But in the scripture, it goes first. And now here's the cool thing. In the context of what St. Paul's talking about, 1 Corinthians 14:3, he's actually talking about the gift of prophecy. It means the voice of God. When God speaks, when it's really God, and we can use this for our own discernment, when we're trying to hear when God's directing a certain direction. We can know that there's always going to be something of a challenge. Well, not always, but If it's challenging, that's okay. It doesn't mean it's like the devil. It's challenging, it's encouraging, and it's comforting. It's loving and affectionate. It's patient, it's kind, it's good. All those Galatians 5 gifts of the Spirit as well. The twist I'd like to put on it is, okay, it's not just the voice of God in my prayer time is those things, but I also want to propose that if you have friends who are this way, then there's something of the voice of God speaking into your life. Because God, he wants to comfort and love you. He really likes your presence, your company. He calls you friend. Calls you friend, not slave, calls you friend. And that he trusts you. And he's okay with you making mistakes. And he also wants to challenge you. And if this has been a depressing video for you because you're like, where? I don't have that going on in my life. Okay, well, there's an insight. There is an insight, and there's something to bring to our prayer. Okay, is there stuff I need to shift? Because I can't control other people. I can't love me. I could slip into, stuff or depression or self-loathing or self-pity about it. But it could also be a little sign. Okay, is there something I could tweak in my life? Am I just avoiding people? When I do connect with people, do I actually share? Am I vulnerable? All those sorts of things. Is there something I can do? Because I have control over that, right? I can't control other people. There's definitely always going to be stuff I can do to work on. But most importantly, we just surrender to God. Say, God, first of all, I want to be more of a friend with you, but also I love other people. I like people. I'd like to be liked by people. I need people in my life who are these three things. Could you please send them into my life? And when they do come along, or maybe they're already there and I haven't recognized who they are and what they are, give me the eyes to really spot them and then the heart to accept their love. There you go, lads. Hope that's helpful. I love it. All right. Bye now. Bye. Seriously, goodbye. Bye. And listen, good luck.